Right, so here is my new Browning Xbolt on left hand. So, good value left hand. I don't think there's probably a better one around. With such good features as this, like a Ticker T3 is pretty basic compared to some of the little bits and pieces that go on with this gun, which we'll get into further. So, she's around about 6.5 pounds. So, it's not a heavy gun. Not like an over 7 to 8 pound Seiko 75 or something like that. American style stock on it. The walnut on it is quite acceptable. They had another one in the shop, was a dark walnut that I liked, but well, I'm left-handed, so I got this one here, and I'm happy with it. It's got a nice grain. So sort of a slight beaver tail forend there for the grip. Sort of a checkered foregrip, which is under here, which makes it nice and grippy. This is quite nice too. So the it's a 13.5 inch length of pull, and it feels kind of short because the pistol grip is kind of elongated to account for the tang safety, which I believe is one of the better features of it, and one of the features why I got it. Because tang safety in the bush it's right by your thumb. It's so easy to use. It's reasonably quiet, tang safety. I'll get into that a little bit later. Okay, now just the thing to note is with my Leupold mounts on the high rings there for my 50mm bill, it's only just scraping in there. So for somebody who is looking at getting one of the longer tube, then it might work out better, but with the shorter cowls one it's a little bit tight and it can get caught up here with debris. I can get a cloth in there to clean it, and if I look after it, it's fine, and so it's acceptable for me. So let's have a look at the magazine. So one of the features why I got this was the magazine. It's a sort of a rotating style magazine. It works best with, I think, about 3 in, and it's a bit tight with 4 in there. And these are just little 150 grain round nosed. I don't know what projectile they actually are. They're from a New Zealand manufacturing company, and I don't know what they are. They didn't sort of impress me. It certainly killed the deer okay, but sort of didn't hold together particularly well, which I need. I need an exit wound, I think. So I think I'll be looking at 180 grain Sierras, round those of course. So it has that sudden impact on the animal, because I'm going to be shooting only up to 200 meters at the most, mainly around about 50 meters or something like that. So the reason why I like it is that because it's got a shoulder in here, it holds the cartridge under recoil, so it won't go forward and bang the end of the projectile back into the shell, which when you're reloading you don't want that to happen. You've spent that time seating the bullet to the correct length, and gets whacked in the end of it by the end of the magazine there. Well, that's redundant. All that extra work that you've spent at the range is just wasted. So good on them. All of them should have this idea. You won't get that in a ticker. No, you will not. Okay, now let's have a look. Let's have a look at this Xbolt gimmicky stuff here. Okay, so it's got a reasonably smooth bolt. Well, it's a smooth bolt. Yeah, it's good. Now it works like this. When it's in safe, you can operate the bolt by depressing the button there and lifting it up. So that's the Xbolt. Ta-da! That's how she works. Okay, obviously when you fire you operate it anyway, but for safe purposes you can operate it like that, which is a good idea. Now apart from that, let's take the old bolt out. So it's got a bolt release on the side. Pretty simple, pretty standard. Okay, down she goes. So this is the lugs, so 3 lugs, so it's only a 60-degree lift. You won't get that on a ticker. All the bolt shroud is all metal. You won't get that on a ticker. Nice, I believe, a nice sort of a would it be a nicer bolt handle anyway. Not sure how to describe it, but it's oval. And stainless steel bolt. Yeah. So yeah, that all works well. Now, okay, that covers that. Now the floor plate, or the trigger guard, etc., is all aluminium and metal. You won't get that on a ticker. And it's got 2 very large screws that go through to the receiver. And this is glass bedded, which also, I don't know if you get that in a wooden ticker or not, I don't know. But it's standard on this. Now, I better get into this. Look, the manufacturer, I don't know, can you get that? There we go. Okay, so it's Browning Arms Company, Morgan, Utah, made in Japan, Maruku. Now, I've always wanted a Maruku. Jeez, years and years ago I saw left-hand Maruku 308 in the shop, and I hummed and ahed about it. And now finally I've got one. The stock on it's quite nice. I've got a scratch in there. Yeah, that's going to happen. There's going to be more of them. It is a nice stock. You know, I mean, it's not super grade, but it's still a nice stock. It's acceptable. And you know, for a field gun, that's what you want. You really you're going to be using it, and it's going to get scratched. You don't want to be fearful of using it, and that can happen if you've got a really nice stock. The bluing on it is actually quite good. You know, I've had a German gun, firearm, sour actually, and she would rust like crazy. So this is a much stronger blue on this rifle. I haven't seen any, you know, I have taken it out, it's been wet, I haven't cleaned it, and I've had no rust issues at all. My little CZ, she rusts up worse than this one, so the blue on this one's very good. Well, here's a Tang safety, you can sort of hear how loud it is. If you let it off real slow, maybe while it's got the bolt in, maybe it makes less sound or something, I don't know. In the bush actually I've made it without hardly any noise at all. Now this is a really spongy recoil pad, very acceptable. I haven't got any issue with that. Now I mentioned the length of pull. Length of pull is about 13.5 inches because of the Tang safety there. So it feels kind of short in reality because you know, you really only got from here to there. The elongation with the Tang safety makes it feel a little bit short, but just get used to it a bit. Muscle memory, bit of practice, and yeah, I really like it. Very happy. Finally got myself a Maruku 308 left hand after about, I don't know, 30 odd years of thinking about it. It's about time, eh? Oh yeah. Now the gaudy gold-plated trigger. Now let's go over that because it comes out quite heavy and hard from the factory, and I lightened it off to its minimum, which is about 3 pounds. So now it's just sort of it's like this. Bit of pressure. Boom, see? Yeah. Nice. Good gun.